Hey guys, so what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, I want to give you guys an update regarding Ethereum Classic and just a few different things that has pretty much transpired in the past, I don't know, couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months now. And I'm gonna, like, later half of the video, I'm gonna talk about the theoreticals and, you know, pertaining to the profitability for Ethereum Classic. So I'm gonna talk about all that in this video, and I would love to get your guys' thoughts and opinions about that, which, you know, a lot of things are coming up real soon. Okay, so ECIP 1099, let's begin with this. You guys probably heard me talk about this before, but it is in a accepted stage. Okay, so what this is basically allowing, you know, older GPUs, not older, well, yeah, older GPUs that have 3 GB memory capacity, and, you know, like the 1060 3 GB cards, or even the 4 GB cards, the Polaris, you know, RX 470, 580, 4 GB cards, and so on and so forth. There's a bunch of other different 4 GB cards out there. But, you know, basically what this ECIP wants to do is allowing these cards to come back into play and hopefully gaining more security for Ethereum Classic. So, but I'm just going to read this part here. Calibrating these parameters to better reflect today's hardware markets and mining ecosystem will bring the DAG growth back in sync with commonly used GPUs, allowing the DAG system to continue to serve its purpose far into the future. Okay, so let's just go to straight to the implementation, and this is what pertains to, I guess, all of us GPU miners. So what I've seen and what I've heard, and I've seen on Twitter and in Ethereum Classic Discord as well. So this is going to be implemented on block 11,700,000. All right, or epoch 390. So at this point here, the DAG size for mining Ethereum Classic will be at, I believe, 2.47 gigabytes. They're going to reduce it back to 2.47 gigabytes. Thus, 3 GB cards, 4 GB cards are able to mine now, because as you guys know, with Ethereum Classic currently, well, the DAG is at, number 381. Current epoch is 381, and the current DAG size, as of making this video, you guys will see this video the next day, is 3.98 gigabytes. So I don't believe 4 GB cards on Ethereum Classic can mine at the moment, though you could if you used LOL Miner's new miner, which I'll talk about later in a second. But yeah, you can see here block 11,700,000. Okay, we're doing the DAG size calculator here. So I hit Ethereum Classic, and it's going to happen on, let's see, the DAG size at 405 gigabytes, epoch 390, right? And then the start date for the lowering of the DAG is going to be around this time, November 28th of 2020. Okay, so another, I would say, month and a couple weeks, a month and 2 weeks or so, that this will happen. Okay, so exciting stuff, really exciting stuff, and I think this is going to really, I think this is going to work for Ethereum Classic, in my opinion, and I hope that there's a few different theoreticals that could come into play, but I'll talk about that in a sec. Okay, and quickly, I just want to talk about ECIP 1100, which is called MESS, or Modified Exponential Subjective Scoring. So what I got from this ECIP, you know, I'm not like a developer. I don't really know in depth of all these different types of ECIPs, you know, coins that are implementing. But from what I got from it was that it's basically like a security update. And what they were trying to, I guess, thwart is, you know, the large reorganizations, the 51% attacks that were happening on Ethereum Classic. You guys all know it happened like a couple times this year. So they're hoping that this ECIP, which is now active, by the way, it is active. So there are actually a bunch of mining pools that have already implemented MESS. So what that means is basically the confirmation times. So example, 2 miners on October 11th, they already implemented the MESS, the network security solution, implemented on block 11,380,000. They say here, we've reduced the block maturation time for Ethereum Classic to 500. Wow. Okay, so I think I remember that Ethermine was like, I don't know, 80,000 confirmation times or something, but 500 now, that's really good. And then actually Ethermine has also lowered the confirmation times down to 1,000. So yeah, it actually says here, Ethermine dropped from 80K to 70K the other day, and today, I just checked, it's down to 1,000. That was 4 days ago. This was posted on the r/Ethereum Classic subreddit. So that's actually really awesome. And it says here, CoinX also dropped down to 2,000, and 2 miners is down to 500. So this is because of the ECIP 1100, which has pretty much, I guess, fixed the, added more security. And then you can see here, there's a tweet here from Mick Dapaz, Fact Finder General. He says 99% of Ethereum Classic hash is now MES protected, which is really cool. So you can see all these different pools. Pretty much, I would say all the Ethereum Classic pools are now supporting the MES. So I'm assuming a lot of the confirmation times for all these other pools, like Nano Pool, probably another big pool here, has lower confirmation times when you guys are mining on Ethereum Classic. Okay, so that's just an update for that. That's probably good news for a lot of you. Then I know a lot of people were scared to mine Ethereum Classic due to the confirmation times. I remember, like maybe a couple weeks ago, it would take like, if you're mining on Ethermine, it would take like 2 weeks until you would see Ethereum Classic in your wallet. So now it should be much faster, and yeah, let's point some hash rate there. But anyways, guys, let's talk about some theoretical stuff now. Okay, so what I mean by some theoreticals is, you know, with the ECIP, the DAG size is going to be lowered back down to 2.47. How much of the hash rate is going to be moved over? Okay, so this is one kind of theory thing I want to talk about with you guys, and I would love to get your guys' opinion as well, because there's a lot of different economic, I don't know if it's like economic factors that could pertain to, depending on the profitability, and you know, it has to be an equilibrium of the hash rate, the price, and the difficulty of the coin, right? So that's what pretty much pertains to, I would say, a lot of crypto miners out there that are wanting to find out the profitability, because you know, everyone wants to figure that out, right? So example, if I'm just going to do like a single RX 570 rig, 6 by RX 570 rig, 180 mega hash, we're going to hit 10 cents kilowatt hour here, we're going to hit calculate. For most people who probably go to What to Mine for the past, I don't know, a couple months now, we've seen that, you know, Ethereum has been really profitable, but Ethereum Classic has also been at the top of the charts as well. Okay, so once the, you know, the lowering of the DAG file back down to 2.5 gigabytes, how many 4 gigabyte cards or even 3 gigabyte cards are going to come onto mining Ethereum Classic? Just think about it. There are a bunch of different coins that support 3 gigabyte cards, such as Ravencoin. Like you guys know, I made a video, I would say a couple weeks ago, regarding Ravencoin, putting my 7 by GTX 1060 rig 3 gigabyte cards to mining Ravencoin, because they're able to, right? And really good, by the way. But look at this. Would I now, looking at this profitability, I would probably want to move my 3 gigabyte cards to Ethereum Classic. And I definitely would not be the only one doing that. There would be, I would say, a lot of hash rate, depending if there are a lot of miners out there with 3 gigabyte cards. I'm not sure. But, you know, there's other coins as well that support the 3 gigabyte cards. And yeah, you know, it's I think a lot of the ETH hash coins support the 3 gigabyte cards at the moment. So let's see here. Expense, it's at 2.04 gigabytes. Ubiq, 1.35 gigabytes. And Metaverse, 2.12 gigabytes. Okay, so I'm actually not quite sure how much hash rate are on these coins, but decent amount. I don't know how much would then be moved over, right? So looking at the Ethereum Classic, the hash rate right now, it's about 4.15 as of making this video. And yeah, looking at what I just said before, how much of that hash rate is going to move over to Ethereum Classic? Thus, that means the difficulty is going to go up. The network hash rate's obviously going to go up. That means then the miners that are mining on Ethereum Classic are going to get less of the rewards. And then we may see this profit number here not at the top of the charts here, because depending on how many miners move over and you know, getting the leveling off between Ethereum and some other coins as well. And of course, Ethereum, they're going to be having their 4 gigabyte cards knocked off pretty soon too. Okay, so right now Ethereum is at Epoch 369 at 3.88 gigabytes. All right, but Ethereum, the 4 gigabyte cards for Ethereum should still be able to mine till, let's just see here. Let me just, Ethereum, it's now, yeah, it should be by the end of this year, around Christmas time, December 24th of 2020 is when Ethereum and 4 gigabyte cards are going to be rendered No, won't be able to mine with 4 GB cards. But then there is this LOL miner that just released 5 days ago as I'm making this video. They do have this experimental zombie mode. I did make a video about this, and I will have an update video, testing this a bit more with 4 GB cards, and yeah, just seeing what the hash rate will be later on. Okay, so that's one, theoretical thing to worry about, and yeah, I have a feeling that yes, there's going to be a lot of hash rate moving over, but then we're going to see the difficulty change, and depending if the price of Ethereum goes up. Okay, so here's another play that could potentially happen, is the price of Ethereum Classic. Now, if it goes up, and potentially it could, usually it's first the price that goes up, and then comes the hash rate. But in the next month or so, when the ECIP 1100 is going to be implemented, when the DAG goes back down to 2.47, are we going to see a price jump? Like fundamentally a price jump, because Ethereum Classic has implemented these ECIPs, which is, amazing, fundamentally awesome. I have a feeling that, due to Ethereum Classic also has really good volume. I wish I had their price charts up here, but they have good volume. They're on all the top exchanges, and there's potential, in my opinion, not financial advice, but there's potential that Ethereum Classic could go up in price. And as Ethereum Classic has more network security, that could mean more positive, more confidence in the coin. So yeah, there's a few things that could play out, right? And finally, I just want to touch on, I guess this is not really a theoretical thing, but you all know leveling off, equilibrium. I did touch on it a little bit earlier, but we're gonna definitely see hash rate jump all over the place, because there's going to be definitely a couple days, maybe a week, I don't know how long, that all of these numbers that we're seeing on what to mine right now in terms of profitability is going to change, right? It's going to change a lot. But I guess we can kind of guess what's going to happen, as I just did, theoretical stuff here. But yeah, guys, I want to know what your thoughts is. And I know this is a topic that a lot of people are worried about and want to talk about, and especially with Ethereum, and going to be kicking off 4 GB cards and going to POS in the next year or 2 or 3 years. Who knows when proof of stake is going to be implemented? All of these different huge economic changes affect the profitability, which is 100% imperative, I would say, for most GPU miners out there, that we care about price. Let's not kid ourselves here. But anyways, my friends, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about all that I talked about. And yeah, Ethereum Classic, I think, is doing a great thing here, and I'm excited. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a good one, and peace out.